Alright, Shalom, this is the brother Atazawamia from GMS, South Carolina camp, giving all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the elders of the great millstone, telling me the truth. Shalom to the Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity. Alright, this is another lesson. We highlighting the signs of the time. Alright, the Lord made mention in Matthew 24, Mark 13, and Luke 21. Alright, and we're supposed to watch for these things. Alright. Now this one going in about is dated April 9th, 2013. Okay. It says measles, no end to Swansea epidemic as cases reach 620. I'm gonna play this little short video. Alright, this is over there in the UK. Alright.
Despite a huge campaign urging people to get vaccinated, the epidemic centred in the Swansea area has become one of the biggest and fastest spreading measles outbreaks seen anywhere in the UK in recent memory. And as things stand, health bosses say there is no sign of it ending soon. People are turning up every day at their GP surgeries to get the jab.
It's all done. That's it, it's gone.
Very busy. I've been called in to help out my colleagues who are struggling to meet the demand that they've had in the out-of-house situation, as well as obviously dealing with the increased demand in our own surgery.
Emergency clinics set up over the weekend saw almost 2,000 people, but it's estimated that at least 6,000 children in the Swansea area haven't had the vaccination. Getting the jab is the only effective protection from the disease that can cause serious health problems and in some cases even death. The MMR vaccine was first introduced in 1988, but 10 years later a scientific research paper by Andrew Wakefield claimed there was a link to autism. This was later discredited, but the media coverage in the aftermath led to immunisation rates plummeting from a high of 92%. Since then, the uptake of the vaccine has been gradually rising, but in order to prevent the spread of measles, 95% of the population need to be vaccinated. And that's the problem. A campaign by the local newspaper in 1997 is blamed by some for contributing to the fall in vaccination rates in the Swansea area. Today, the current editor of the newspaper was discussing the issue on a live web chat with his readers.
Well, they've been asking a range of questions. I mean, there's been support for the stance the paper took. There's been some questions as to why the paper decided to print the stories that it did. I think it's important that as Swansea's local newspaper, we lead the battle to inform parents as to how best to protect their children.
With public health officials admitting that no end is in sight, efforts are continuing to get everyone vaccinated. More emergency clinics are being held this weekend. And there'll be an opportunity for children to get the injection in schools around Swansea when they return next week from their Easter holidays. It's all part of the effort to finally get to grips with one of the most severe outbreaks of measles seen anywhere in many years.
Well, let's get a word with Dr. Marion Lyons from Public Health Wales. We've seen the pictures there. Patients, children are getting immunised. Your message seems to be getting through, and yet the number of cases still rises. Why is that?
Well, you must remember measles has a very long incubation period. So the 100 new cases I had last week, the people they will have infected I won't see coming forward until next week. And even when you give a vaccine, it takes 2 weeks to develop immunity. So the vaccinated children that we did last Saturday will be at some small risk for the next 2 weeks.
So is this the peak now? Because we've hit over 600 tonight. Is this it?
No, I would say that we're still seeing sufficient numbers coming in every day, that it's inevitable that the numbers will continue to rise for the next couple of weeks. And it will only fall if we vaccinate the school children.
And are school children the main cause of your concern, or are you worried about adults in the Swansea area too?
The school children are the main cause of our concern. We've had very few confirmed cases in the 2, 3 and 4-year-olds. Most of our cases are in the 10 to 14-year-olds. Adults, when they get it, tend to be quite ill, and many, we've had very few, but those we have had, tended to end up in hospital with pneumonias. So we're encouraging anybody who's been born since 1970, if they haven't had the vaccine, to have the vaccine.
And school children are going to be, those who haven't been immunised are going to be immunised next week. I mean, that's going to be logistically very, very challenging to do all of the children in the Swansea area who haven't been done.
It is going to be a challenge. I think the Health Board recognise that it's a priority area, that these are vulnerable children, they are precious children. I suspect that what they will do is target the schools where the uptake of MMR historically has been the lowest.
And your advice to parents watching tonight who are reluctant to have the MMR jab for their children is what?
It's a safe vaccine, it is the best that we can provide for their child, and the sooner they have it, the sooner they will be protected.
Alright, so let's go into the scriptures. Alright, because this is all part of the signs of the time. Alright, it's beautiful. Alright, start out with Habakkuk. Alright, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what will he say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so this was spoken before in the scriptures about pestilence. Okay, alright. And the Lord, who you really call Jesus Christ, which is named in Hebrew is Yahawashi, he spoke of these things about pestilence in diverse places. Okay, now he prophesied this because he was a prophet. This is Luke 24 and 19. It says, and he said unto them, what things? And they said unto him concerning Yahawashi, that's who he really called Jesus Christ. His name in the Hebrew is Yahawashi, of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all the people. Okay. The scriptures say this. 2 Kings 21 and 10. Alright, that the Lord, he spoke through the prophets. Okay. 2 Kings 21:10. And the Lord spake by his servants, the prophets, saying. Okay. So he spoke about these things. Alright. Matthew 24 and 3. Okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Meaning the end of the age. Okay. And that's the time we're approaching the end of this age. Alright, the age of Esau. Verse 4. And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Alright, so you got to pay attention. Alright, verse 7. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay. And this pestilence also is in diverse places. Like this measles. Okay. Go to Slovakia. Alright. Luke 21 and 11. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Okay. And what do these pestilence cause? Alright. Luke 21 and 25. Okay. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Okay, the nations are distressed. These people in C1C, I forgot how to say it, in the UK. All right, Slovakia. All right, they're in distress. Okay, the woman said that by next week they want to get all the children vaccinated, and they said that the numbers are going to increase. So the people are in distress over there. With perplexity, which the word perplexity means at one's wit's end. Okay, because they really don't have no solution, and getting vaccinated, which has been proven, is not the best way to prevent, okay, from being affected by this pestilence of measles. Okay, the only protection that come from that is having your faith in the Most High, okay, and His Son Yahawah, because He the one that sent this pestilence on these people. Okay, verse 26. Man's heart failing them for fear